welcome back to my channel. Now today I'll be talking about NXT Takeover Phoenix. So if you don't like wrestling, then, fuck off. I already put out my predictions for the Royal Rumble, which was in our podcast, the What's Up Wrestling podcast, so go listen to it. It's an interesting listen. So you know what? I'm not going to mess about. I'm not going to give you any filler. I'm just going to go straight to it. Shall we? Yes, we shall. So we got Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno for a second time in a singles match. I think... See, I'm in two minds about this because Matt Riddle won so quickly over Cassius Ohno in the last takeover. He won it instantly with the knee. And obviously Matt Riddle is one of their newest acquisitions, so they want to push him. But Cassius Ohno feels like he hasn't won in years, so I'm not terribly sure who will win this. I think it'll be a longer match. I hope it's a longer match, because then what's the point? So I think Matt Riddle will win it, but I think Cassius Ohno will have a pretty decent showing of it, and I think this will probably be Cassius Ohno's last match in NXT. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the Rumble, and we can all go collectively, oh no, it's Cassius Ohno. I'm only kidding, I really like Cassius Ohno. We've also got Ricochet versus Johnny Gargano for the North American Championship. Now, I think of all the matches in the card, yeah, I'll probably say this will be the best one because they're both fantastic performers, as pretty much everyone in NXT is. But Johnny Gargano, he always brings that extra something, I think. He's got what, three 5-star matches in the last year or so. So he's always fantastic. And Ricochet is just, he's mental, isn't he? He is literally mental in terms of how good he is. This will be a fantastic match, no doubt. Like I said, I think this will be the best match of the night. As to who I think will win, I don't know. That's a tough one, I think, because again, Gargano, he puts on fantastic matches, but he never seems to win them. And I think they want to keep Ricochet's momentum going. Not that he would lose momentum by losing the title, against a Johnny Gargano. But I think Gargano needs it more than Ricochet. So it's a tough one because Gargano, I think, is super ready to go up to the main roster. I will go with Ricochet on this one. I think they've still got a lot of wrestlers that Ricochet could defend the title against, and really build up the title as like everyone wants this title, like the Workers title, like the IC used to be. So I'm gonna go with Ricochet with all his flips and trips and dips and digs. Now the tag team championship match between the Undisputed Era. Is that it? Like that? Versus the War Raiders. Again, this is a tricky one because the Undisputed Era are so ready to go up to the main roster, and they could make such an impact in the Royal Rumble. But I think because they are legitimate stars in NXT, they might want to have them stick around for just a little bit longer. And the War Raiders are good, but they're not great. They're okay. That's unfair for me to say, but they're not bad. I don't think they'd have the War Raiders win the title first time of asking. I don't know if this is the first time them actually challenging for the title, but I'm gonna go with the Undisputed Era, mainly because they've got the numbers advantage as well, so there can be some, heelish fuckery, as we call it in the business. We don't call it that. I don't know why I'm saying we. I'm not in the business. But I think, yeah, no, I'm going to go with Undisputed Era on that one. Now, the NXT Women's Championship match between Shayna Baszler and Bianca Belair. Now, this one, because Bianca Belair, I think, is still undefeated in NXT, I could be wrong with that, and it's Baszler's second run with the title. The second run doesn't usually last that long, and if they want to include the 4 horsewomen versus the 4 horsewomen soon, then I think they'd have Baszler lose the title. But again, Baszler does have the 4 horsewomen to, cause a bit of mischief. See, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure with this one. I'm not too sure about any of them, to be honest. So I'm gonna go with. I think I'll go with Bianca Belair, because if she doesn't win it, if she doesn't get the title off Baszler, I don't know who would. Possibly Dakota Kai or Io Shirai, one of those two, but I think Bianca Belair is brilliant as well, and she's got a really cool gimmick. Like, what's her face from Mortal Kombat? I forget, I'll put a picture up. Her, Sindel? I don't know. With the hair whip and stuff, so it's really cool, and she's pretty over, so I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair. And now, the main event, which I think will also be a fantastic match because they're both really, really good competitors. Aleister Black versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT title. Now this one, I'm flip-flopping a lot with, because they don't tend to give a lot of people a second run in NXT with the championship. Though with Joe and Nakamura being the exception. So I don't know if they'll give it back to Aleister Black, because again, I think he could do some damage on the main roster, especially in the Royal Rumble. But one of my theories, or maybe it's not a theory, maybe it's just me being hopeful that I want this to happen. So they teased on NXT this week of DIY getting back together as a heel group, or a heel tag team. So the only way they would have that is to have both the guys lose, and then maybe join up together again at the Rumble. I know I'm putting a lot of people into the Rumble, but it's the Rumble. You gotta make some fancy booking out of that. So it's a tough one. It is a very tough one. So I'm gonna go with my fantasy booking way. So I'm gonna go with, I think Aleister Black will defeat Ciampa and get his title back, because it'll be a good end to the story of him going out, getting attacked by Gargano, and then Ciampa sneaking in and winning the title. So I mean, maybe Gargano will come down and cost Ciampa the title. That probably won't happen, but I think the card looks really good, as NXT Takeovers tend to. I think it'll be a really good event. So I've got my snacks for tonight, and I'll enjoy it. And I these weekends are always so good. It's always so cool to me, because you have so much wrestling, and boy, do I love wrestling. And yes, I am wearing a Dolph Ziggler shirt, because I bought this in the summer of 2016, because he was facing Dean Ambrose for the world title, and I kind of wanted him to win. But that's besides that. I hope everyone enjoys NXT, enjoy the Rumble, and have a good one. We'll see you later.